was a third shot. It hit the president in the head, right up here, upper right rear. It opened up a massive enough wound so that blood, brain material, bone fragments came out of the wound.
This part of his head right here was all gone.
This whole section of his head was gone.
There was a massive wound at the back of his head.
This part of his head was blown away and the brains were exposed.
He had a large defect, meaning a hole in the back of his head.
Quite a large defect, about here on his skull.
The right back part of the head in this area here had been blasted out.
There was a wound in this area of the head, right in this area.
About 7 centimeter opening in the right occipital parietal area.
As I remember, it's like this.
Into the temporal parietal, back into the parietal area.
A big wound, big deficit in his skull and the temporal parietal area.
Back here, right where I'm putting my hand, this part was simply blasted out.
The back or the occipital part, the back of your head. This was gone.
Primary area, which was in the back of the head on the right side.
I feel it right there, right almost in the middle of the back of the head, just to the side of it.
An exit wound was a large, irregular wound to the front and right side of the president's head.
Open area all the way across into the rear of the brain like that.
The wound is approximately in this area.
From the top of the head almost back to near the base of the skull.
A big gaping hole in the back of the head.
Big gaping hole in the right rear of the head back here.
A massive wound in the right rear.
The back portion of the brain was badly torn up.
A huge gaping hole here in the back.
In the back of his head, above the line, big hole about the size of a grapefruit.